our
And
first
we got
call.
a caller.
Sorry, Mona.
We got to
I
put
work
that
with
down in the record books.
So we're going to come back to that. But we
Hold
want
your
to
thought,
take our
DS1.
we want to take our first caller ever.
Welcome, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is JSHine, by the way, of Brooklyn.
Hi, JSHine.
Salute to DS1, salute to Ronan, brothers, and salute to the beautiful Mona.
Thank
Known
you.
you since back in the Jason days.
Okay.
Yeah,
You had a question or a comment for us, sweetie?
Well, I just had a real quick question. I just wanted to say this. Look, I appreciate the sister's question regarding, a woman's chastity and men's leadership. But my grandmother's turning her grave right now, the thought of it. All right? Men are not responsible for women's chastity. We're not responsible for women's womanhood. We're responsible for manhood and the overall control of the community. What happens one-on-one between her and a man and a dude and who she picks to open her legs to is solely her decision. If it's not her decision, then she has zero power in life. I have a daughter, and I would never tell her she has no choice or no decisions to make when it comes to who she lays down with. It's one of the most important decisions she can make in her life. So I would never divorce a woman from that choice. That's taking power from a woman if you really want to go that route. So we're not responsible for women's chastity, and we're not responsible for womanhood. I'm responsible for manhood. Now, when y'all have a conversation about men not paying bills, not taking care of their women, not taking care of the kids, then holler at me.
Okay, stay right there.
Yes.
Because I'm the one that you're speaking on. So I'm a response to that. You're correct. Women are responsible for our chastity. We are responsible for our bodies. We are also responsible for whom we allow to enter our bodies. That is 100% correct. What I was speaking on earlier was saying that we have men today that are encouraging men not to be in committed relationships. We have men today that are encouraging men not to get married. We have men encouraging men to cheat, to lie, to do whatever it takes to get the cookie and keep moving because all it's about is the money and quote unquote the power and get as many women as you can. And then you have some women who are quote unquote naive, who believe everything that some men are saying, who are running game on women, dancing circles around women that they believe are actual leaders who have their best interests at heart. Now, yeah, is it on the mothers and fathers in that said woman's life to teach them about how to protect their bodies and make the right decisions when it comes to their bodies? Absolutely. Absolutely. But at the same time, my question earlier was about, because we were speaking on hot thoughts and we were speaking on men having sex with anyone that will throw whatever at them, is at what point do you say, my dick is worth more than this? I don't want to put my dick on the table. I want to get to know you before I enter you. That's kind of where my question was coming at. So,
and I got that. And sister, I hear you. And there is a responsibility for a man to, I'm always telling dudes to pick their spots. Watch where you put your games, because it's also a serious decision for him. You get texted the wrong woman, putting aside the STD situation that Ronan was speaking to earlier, and STDs. Once you get the wrong woman pregnant, now you're up in court crying about child support and all that stuff. So it's business. But with the way you phrase it, sister, and I got to say this way, you phrase it as a form of chastity. Why can't he take his penis off the table? First of all, her legs are not supposed to be wide open, and for me to just take my penis on the table. That's what I'm saying. Your job as a woman is to protect that womb and decide what grows in that womb. That is the most serious decision that a woman has to make in her life. And we all know that women are going through it right now with single motherhood. It's not easy. You know what I mean? This is a serious decision. Then you got the STD situation for her as well. Women have, a lot of STD problems, and I would hate to see sisters going through that kind of stuff because it's not something that, you can go through. Herpes is at an all-time high. A man just talked about gonorrhea. You can't get it rid of. There's some real scary stuff out there. So this whole, city girl reality that we're in right now, that we're going to put it back on men, when men, and I'll close on this. I don't want to hog the mic. I'll close on this point. Men have always been the same since the beginning of time. Since men have been on the planet for 1 million years, we hit anything. All right? We hit anything, anytime. It's a carnal thing with us. What changed? What changed was women's freedom. what changed was women's sexual freedom. And what came along with that was a lack of responsibility for their body. Look, you can have sex with who you want to have sex with, but pick your spot, sister. Be safe, protect yourself, do certain things as you do it, and then and go slow. There was a song by Prince called "Little Red Corvette." Slow down. And that's not what's happening out here right now. You got a lot of fast women out here living like men, and then now you're telling the men that we got to now think for the woman and protect her chastity. And I disagree with that.
No. I'm not telling men to think for the women. I'm just saying make better. There's a lot of men that I've had discussions with that have children by multiple women that they knew from the gate they didn't want a relationship with, they didn't see marriage with, but they still went in there and nutted in her. They nutted in her. Now, granted, I agree with you. A woman, what she allows in her body, that's her choice. I'm in agreement with you. She should definitely make sure she is protected and she does not allow that to happen. However, that man, once that grown adult knows that he wants nothing to do with that woman except possibly sex, there's no way he should be entering her unprotected. He should be responsible for his own penis. I should not be responsible for his penis and my vagina, knowing that because to me, and I'm just, I might be a little biased because I'm a woman. To me, a lot of women that go into that, a lot of times in their mind think, we're more than just friends. We're more than a buddy. We're possibly more, they see more of it. But if as the man who's supposed to be the leader in the community, if when you're entering this woman, I don't really like her. I don't really know her. I don't see marriage material with her. I don't even want to wipe her. Matter of fact, the only thing I like about her is what's in between her legs. There's no reason why you, the leader, the one who's supposed to be the logical one, should be entering her unprotected. That's just all I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is this. So let's talk dog talk. I'm not a dog. I'm a reformer.
No, you're a man. You're not a dog at all. You're not an animal.
I'm just being honest. I used to be a Ray Ray. I'm a reformed Ray Ray. And I can speak to that. And I can speak to this a little bit, but I don't. Like I said, I want the brothers to get back on here, and I want y'all to finish saying what you're saying. But sister, I just got to push back. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What I want to do with my penis is my business. What you allow me to do, what you allow to happen, come to your body, is completely your business. That is your sacred decision as a woman. Period. That is not my call. If I come up to you and I like the way you look, like I'm looking at you right now. If I saw you at a lounge, I'm going to holler at you. I don't know you. But if the conversation is flowing and we get along and everything is good and I can see your back arching and, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, you like the brother. You know what I mean? So, I'm going in. And if you let me in, that's it. But you can't sit there and say that, well, I'm the leader of the community. No, you're holding the men to a higher standard that they've never lived up to. No man, black, white, yellow, red, has lived up to that standard ever.
This is where we'll disagree.
It's the beginning of time. You know what I mean? So, what's changed is the women. My grandmother would never just let anybody in between her legs. You couldn't just you couldn't just hit one of my aunts, one of her sisters. You couldn't do that. Those women have been married, and my cousins and their daughters have been married for 40, 50 years. They're old Southern women. Something changed with the culture, and now women are not doing their job. And if you're going to be free with it, then take everything that comes with it. Don't ever look back at men when you allow somebody to come in. Because the only thing I want to hear is when it comes to men in that regard is rape.
So basically, what I hear you saying, and I want the women to listen very carefully, because that's why I say some things we need the men on to correct us and give us some clarity. So what I basically hear you saying, ladies, listen very carefully, because they're saying this. You opening up your legs to a man that is not your husband, raw and unprotected or protected, you are not special in their lives. So if it's if it's our responsibility, ladies, you're gonna have to keep your legs closed.
Keep them closed.
You're gonna have to get that